It always pays to have someone there and someone that is.
Tell them what it has done for you, how much better you feel mentally.
Bodybuilding has produced remarkable figures, from modern icons like Rich Piana to legends like George Eiferman. Many of these titans are unfortunately no longer with us. Come along as we examine the tragic deaths of well-known bodybuilders you might not be aware of. Renowned bodybuilder Franco Columbu, who served as Arnold Schwarzenegger's mentor, was renowned for his remarkable strength and physique. Franco was born in Sardinia, Italy, on August 7, 1941. He began his career as a boxer before switching to bodybuilding. He was only 5.5 feet tall, but he was very successful and won the Mr. Olympia title twice, in 1976 and 1981. His victories demonstrated his commitment and distinctive training methods, which he frequently discussed with Schwarzenegger. Franco was tough and adaptable, dominating strongman and powerlifting competitions, in addition to bodybuilding. Franco met Arnold at a competition in Germany in 1965, and the two became lifelong friends. Franco even served as Arnold's best man at his wedding. Franco wrote fitness books and starred in movies in addition to his bodybuilding career. Regretfully, he suffered a heart attack while swimming close to San Teodoro, Sardinia, and died on August 30, 2019. The groundbreaking bodybuilder Mike Mentzer, popularly known as the Rising Star, was well known for his heavy-duty training regimen. Mike, who was born in Ephrata, Pennsylvania, on November 15, 1951, began bodybuilding when he was 12 years old. He immediately stood out for his commitment and distinctive training style. His heavy-duty system changed bodybuilding techniques and emphasized quick, high-intensity workouts. He became famous after achieving a perfect score in the 1978 Mr. Universe competition. At the Mr. Olympia competition in 1979, he made a significant impression by winning the heavyweight division, but he was controversially defeated by Frank Zane for the overall title. He criticized bodybuilding judging standards as a result of this incident. Mike never took home the Mr. Olympia title, but his books and articles had a big impact and motivated a lot of bodybuilders. He tragically died on June 10, 2001, from a heart attack. Although there was no denying Mike Mentzer's impact on bodybuilding, how did Reg Park prepare the way for icons like Arnold Schwarzenegger? Next, let's examine his amazing journey. Born in Austria on October 25, 1964, Andreas Munzer was a well-known bodybuilder who was noted for his extreme vascularity and conditioning. His nickname, The Freak, came from his exceptionally low body fat and well-defined muscles. In the late 1980s, Munzer began bodybuilding and soon became well-known. Among his accomplishments were his victory at the 1989 World Games and his high ranking in Mr. Olympia and the Arnold Classic. Munzer stood out from the rest because he was committed to staying in top shape all year long, but his excessive use of diuretics and other drugs had a negative impact on his health. Munzer tragically passed away on March 14, 1996, at the age of 31, from multiple organ failure. An enlarged heart and significant liver and kidney damage were discovered during his autopsy. Born in Perth Amboy, New Jersey, on June 17, 1910, John Grimek was a pioneering bodybuilder who was dubbed the Monarch of Muscledom. He competed for the United States in the 1936 Berlin Olympics after beginning his career in weightlifting. As the first person to win the Mr. America title twice, in 1940 and 1941, Grimek's bodybuilding career took off, setting new benchmarks for muscularity, size, and symmetry. In addition, he retired undefeated and won the titles of Mr. USA in 1949 and Mr. Universe in 1948. Grimek's legendary status was enhanced by his amazing strength and flexibility, which were demonstrated in feats like one-arm handstands and full splits. Grimek left a lasting legacy when he died on November 9, 1998, at the age of 88. Known as the Blonde Bomber, Dave Draper was a prominent bodybuilder in the 1960s and 1970s. His remarkable physique brought him widespread recognition, and he went on to win prestigious titles such as Mr. America in 1965 and Mr. Universe in 1966. With his frequent appearances on magazine covers and in ads, Draper was instrumental in popularizing bodybuilding. As a result of his success, he was cast in TV series and films like The Beverly Hillbillies and Don't Make Waves.
SEX, old buddy.
Hey, Mom,
Simple as that. SEX.
give me an adjustment, will you?
Alongside legends like Franco Columbu and Arnold Schwarzenegger, he trained at the storied Gold's Gym. At the age of 79, Draper passed away on November 30th, 2021, as a result of complications from a lengthy illness. Many people are still motivated by his legacy in bodybuilding and fitness. The renowned bodybuilder Bill Pearl was born in Prineville, Oregon, on October 31st, 1930. After winning the Mr. Universe title 5 times, 1953, 1956, 1961, 1967, and 1971, he rose to fame in the 1950s and 1960s. Pearl, who was well known for his powerful body, frequently engaged in strongman stunts like tearing license plates and bending spikes. In the bodybuilding community, he was highly respected for his commitment and creative training techniques. Pearl shared his knowledge with future generations by writing books and owning multiple gyms. He still trained and coached bodybuilders after his competitive days. Pearl, who was dedicated to fitness and healthy living, switched to a lacto-ovo vegetarian diet at the age of 39. At the age of 91, he died of natural causes on September 14, 2022. Although Bill Pearl's legacy is impressive, who else had a significant influence on bodybuilding? One important person in the early days of bodybuilding was Dan Lurie. He was born on April 1, 1923, in Brooklyn, New York.
Better tasting too, extra energy for you. Seal test homogenized.
And developed a passion for fitness after using exercise to overcome a childhood heart condition. Lurie, who was renowned for his strength after he famously pressed a 285-pound barbell with one hand, was crowned America's most muscular man 3 times in the early 1940s. Additionally, he rose to fame as Sealtist Dan the Muscle Man on television. In addition to being a bodybuilder, Lurie was also a businessman who established gyms, published fitness magazines, and founded the World Bodybuilding Guild. Into his 80s, he continued to promote fitness and was a fervent supporter of natural bodybuilding. On November 6, 2013, Dan Lurie passed away from Parkinson's disease complications. The renowned bodybuilder Bruce Randall gained notoriety for his incredible metamorphosis. He started lifting weights to gain strength while serving in the Marines. He was born on August 17, 1931. Randall weighed an impressive 425 pounds at one point, but he decided to lose weight in order to have a more defined body. He achieved a classic bodybuilder appearance by dropping to 223 pounds through rigorous diet and rigorous training.
Mr. Universe, here is Bruce Randall. Bruce?
His perseverance paid off in 1959 when he was crowned Mr. Universe. Randall participated in the Mr. America competition as well, winning praise for his dedication and remarkable physique. Through his writings and public appearances, he inspired others and promoted a healthy lifestyle, so his influence extended beyond competitions. On August 23, 2010, Bruce Randall passed away due to natural causes. Actor and bodybuilder Steve Reeves was well known for his charisma and amazing physique. He was born in Montana on January 21, 1926, and as a child, he relocated to California. In high school, Reeves began bodybuilding and soon became well known, taking home titles like Mr. America in 1947, Mr. World in 1948, and Mr. Universe in 1950. His aesthetically pleasing and well-proportioned physique raised the bar for bodybuilding.
Here they are, ladies and gentlemen, the candidates for Mr. Universe.
In addition to bodybuilding, Reeves rose to fame as an actor appearing in Italian sword and sandal movies such as Hercules and Hercules Unchained, earning the highest salary in Europe during his prime. He was well known for his dedication to natural bodybuilding, abstaining from steroids and emphasizing 3 times a week full-body exercises. Reeves died from lymphoma on May 1, 2000. Rich Piana was a well-known figure in fitness and bodybuilding. His victories in various competitions, including the 1998 Mr. California bodybuilding title, helped him become well-known. Piana became well-known not only for his accomplishments, but also for his exuberant demeanor and direct, honest style. He gained popularity in the fitness community by running a well-liked YouTube channel.
I believe that you should bust your ass and work on getting to what you see as the best possible physique you can achieve,
where he posted workout advice, inspirational speeches, and behind-the-scenes photos. Piana tragically passed away at the age of 46 after collapsing at home. Before he died, he spent several weeks in a coma. It was unclear exactly what caused his death, despite the fact that his organs were enlarged. The death date of Rich Piana was August 25, 2017. The bodybuilding community was in shock over Rich Piana's unexpected passing. But what could be more tragic than the death of another rising star a few days later? Next, let's examine Dallas McCarver's story. Renowned bodybuilder Sergio Oliva, also known as the Myth, was renowned for his incredible size and symmetry. Sergio, who was born in Guantanamo, Cuba, on July 4, 1941, started bodybuilding after immigrating to the United States in 1962. He began by training at a nearby YMCA and working at a steel mill in Chicago. Because of his hard work, he won Mr. Illinois in 1964.
It doesn't matter 8, 9, 1, 17, 20, no matter what, I will be forever the Myth.
And Mr. America and Mr. World shortly after. Among Sergio's greatest accomplishments were his Mr. From 1967 to 1969, they won the Olympia title 3 times in a row because he defeated a young Arnold Schwarzenegger, which is uncommon in the sport. His victory in 1969 was particularly noteworthy. Sergio's remarkable genetics and physique. He tragically died of kidney failure on November 12, 2012. In addition to Sergio Oliva's legendary legacy, what made Lee Haney the unstoppable? Let's investigate. The renowned bodybuilder Tom Platz, also referred to as the Quadfather, was well known for his incredible leg development. Tom was born in Fort Sill, Oklahoma, on June 26, 1955, and his passion for bodybuilding began at a young age. He relocated to California in 1977 in order to train at the renowned Gold's Gym. He stood out in the sport because of his commitment and distinctive training techniques, particularly his strenuous leg workouts. His signature feature was his over 30-inch legs.
Healing my wounds required me to grow up and finally listen to what my body had been telling me on a very subconscious level.
Tom took home the World Amateur Championships in 1978 and the Mr. in the early 1980s. He frequently placed in the top 10, despite never winning Mr. Olympia. He also made appearances in movies and was well known for his charm and spirit of competition. Sadly, Tom's cardiovascular issues caused his death on December 20, 2020. Chris Dickerson, a pioneering bodybuilder renowned for his well-balanced physique and beauty, was born in Montgomery, Alabama, on August 25, 1939. In the 1960s, he began bodybuilding and soon became well known. In 1970, Dickerson became the first African American to win the title of Mr. America, making history. When he became the oldest winner of the coveted Mr. Olympia title in 1982 at the age of 43, it was his greatest accomplishment. He also made history in the bodybuilding community as the first Mr. Olympia to come out as gay. Throughout his career, Dickerson won over 50 titles thanks to his dedication and training under the renowned Bill Pearl. His posing techniques were praised for their grace, based on his experience in acting and ballet. Chris Dickerson died of pneumonia-related complications on December 23, 2021, at the age of 82. The legend and the golden boy, Larry Scott, was a pioneer in the bodybuilding industry. He became the first Mr. Olympia after winning the title in 1965 and 1966. He was born in Idaho in 1938. Scott was well known for having enormous biceps, which helped to establish new benchmarks in the sport. His other accomplishments include being crowned Mr. Universe in 1964 and Mr. America in 1962. Scott was well known in the bodybuilding community for his inventive preacher curl.
Age of 16, he first trained in a makeshift gym in his backyard before joining,
which was later dubbed the Scott curl, and his commitment to training. In addition to competing, Scott was a well-liked body model who served as an inspiration to future champions such as Arnold Schwarzenegger. He maintained his modesty and dedication to bodybuilding in spite of his notoriety. Larry Scott left a lasting legacy when he passed away on March 8, 2014, at the age of 75. Born in 1923, bodybuilder Ben Wider was a pioneer. In order to help bodybuilding become a worldwide sport, he and his brother Joe co-founded the International Federation of Bodybuilding and Fitness, IFBB, in 1946. The Wider brothers transformed bodybuilding from a specialized pastime into a globally recognized sport. Ben was instrumental in promoting fitness and setting up competitions. In addition to bodybuilding, he contributed to historical research as a historian and Napoleonic artifact collector. Ben played a key role in advancing Arnold Schwarzenegger's career by bringing him to the United States. Among his many accolades were the French Legion of Honor and the Order of Canada. On October 17, 2008, Ben Wider passed away at the age of 85 from heart failure. Who established the groundwork for contemporary fitness, even though Ben Wider transformed bodybuilding on a global scale? Let's examine the legacy of Jack LaLanne. Born in Honolulu, Hawaii, on November 9, 1933, Ed Corney was a well-known bodybuilder who was praised for his amazing posing techniques. At the age of 27, he began bodybuilding and soon became well-known. In 1967, Corney prevailed in Mr. Fremont, his first significant competition. Among his greatest triumphs were the 1972 IFBB Mr. Universe title and an appearance in the popular bodybuilding movie Pumping Iron, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger. Corney had a big influence on bodybuilding and was well known for his strict posing and intense training, particularly his famous squat session with Schwarzenegger. He competed into his 60s and twice won the Masters Olympia's 60-plus division. He died on January 1, 2019, at the age of 85, from a brain aneurysm after being inducted into the International Federation of Bodybuilding Hall of Fame in 2004. Born in Heilbronn, Germany, on November 8, 1948, Yusuf Wilkosch was a well-known bodybuilder who was renowned for his impressive physique and commitment to the sport. He trained with Arnold Schwarzenegger in Venice, California, and transitioned from weightlifting to bodybuilding in the mid-1970s. Highlights of Wilkosch's career include his third-place finish in the Mr. Olympia competition in 1984 and his victories in the World Amateur Championships and the German Bodybuilding Championships in 1979. Because of his exceptional conditioning and thick upper body, he was known as German Hercules. His career ended in 1986 due to injuries. He experienced personal hardships after retiring, such as depression brought on by the 1989 death of his wife Ruth from cancer. At the age of 71, Wilkosch died on November 19, 2019. His cause of death remained a mystery. One of the first pioneers of bodybuilding was George Eiferman. He started lifting weights seriously during World War II while serving in the Navy, where he gained 40 pounds of muscle. He was born in Philadelphia in 1925. Following his release, he won the coveted Mr. America title in 1948 and the Mr. Philadelphia title in 1947 as a result of his hard work. He also claimed the title of Mr. Universe in 1962. Eiferman was not only interested in gaining muscle, he also valued health and strength. He spoke at high schools all over the United States about the advantages of weight training and leading a healthy lifestyle. In addition to competing, he trained famous people like Sylvester Stallone and Elvis Presley, and established gyms in Hawaii, California, and Las Vegas. On November 21, 2002, George Eiferman died of natural causes. Born in 1960, bodybuilder Darryl Stafford was well known for his remarkable physique and fierce competitive spirit. At the age of 25, he began bodybuilding in 1984 and soon became well known. Highlights of Stafford's career include his victories at the National Championships and USA Championships in the 1980s, which helped him get his professional card in 1993. He demonstrated his commitment and talent by competing in prestigious events like the Night of Champions and the Ironman Pro Invitational. Stafford gained respect and admiration in the bodybuilding community for his consistent performance in a variety of competitions over the course of his 20-year career. His dedication and hard work earned him a devoted following in spite of fierce competition. Stafford tragically died on January 5, 2019, at the age of 58 from a heart attack. Dallas Big Country McCarver was a rising bodybuilding star who was well known for his amazing feats. He demonstrated his extraordinary potential by earning his pro card at the age of just 21. He placed second at the 2017 Arnold Classic Ohio and 8th at the 2016 Olympia, demonstrating his noteworthy success.
Knee and a hand on an incline bench, I find that helps eliminate some hip drive.
Sadly, at the age of 26, he passed away from cardiac arrest, ending his bright future. He was found on the floor of his Florida home by fellow bodybuilder Josh Lenartowicz, but it was too late to save him. It was one of the most tragic weeks in bodybuilding history because his death occurred just days before the passing of another legendary figure, Rich Piana. On August 22, 2017, McCarver passed away unexpectedly, leaving the bodybuilding community in shock and grief. The legendary bodybuilder Lee Haney, popularly referred to as the Unstoppable, was renowned for his dedication to the sport and well-balanced physique. Lee began bodybuilding as a teenager after being born in Spartanburg, South Carolina, on November 11, 1959. He achieved remarkable success with his novel training method.
That had been brought to the attention of the department was saying that it should have been red flag, that they had all some negative inquiries.
Stimulate, don't annihilate. From 1984 to 1991, he tied Ronnie Coleman's record of 8 consecutive Mr. Olympia victories. In 16 professional competitions, Lee never placed lower than 3rd, earning him a reputation for his remarkable size and symmetry. In addition to his competitive accomplishments, he hosted a fitness show and chaired the President's Council on Physical Fitness and Sports, both of which promoted health and fitness. Born in Wisconsin in 1939, Chet Yorton was a trailblazing bodybuilder who is frequently referred to as the father of natural bodybuilding, due to his adamant opposition to the use of steroids. After suffering numerous injuries in a serious car accident during high school, he started bodybuilding. Yorton's passion for bodybuilding began when he used weight training to regain his strength during his recuperation. He was a huge success, winning the NABBA Mr. Universe titles in the amateur and professional divisions, as well as the Mr. America title in 1966.
Well, there's those calves, looking pretty good. Looking real good, as a matter of fact. No implants there, just some hell of a good-looking set of calves.
Another notable accomplishment for Yorton is his victory over Arnold Schwarzenegger in the 1966 Mr. Universe contest. Yorton encouraged many people to pursue fitness without using performance-enhancing drugs by promoting natural bodybuilding throughout his career. He left a lasting legacy in the fitness industry before passing away from cancer on January 26, 2015. What made John Grimmick the monarch of muscledom following Chet Yorton's remarkable natural bodybuilding journey? Let's examine the illustrious career of yet another legendary figure in bodybuilding. Born in Leeds, England, on June 7, 1928, Reg Park was a well-known actor and bodybuilder. In 1949, he won the Mr. Britain title to launch his career. In 1951, 1958, and 1965, Park won the Mr. Universe title 3 times, demonstrating his success. He was one of the first bodybuilders to bench press 500 pounds, and his remarkable size and strength made him a standout. In addition to bodybuilding, Park acted in movies.
An 18.5-inch collar gives an impression of Reggie's tremendous arm muscles, another champion in the 1951 British tradition.
Most famously portraying Hercules in a string of Italian productions. Arnold Schwarzenegger was among the many people he inspired as a committed trainer and mentor. Park maintained his modesty and dedication to his health and fitness in spite of his success. After battling prostate cancer, Reg Park died on November 22, 2007, at the age of 79. Born in 1914, Jack LaLanne is regarded as the godfather of fitness because of his innovative contributions to the promotion of healthy living. After discovering nutrition, he transformed his life from a sickly child. In Oakland, California, LaLanne established one of the first contemporary health clubs in 1936. It featured a health food store, a juice bar, and exercise equipment.
The greatest nation on the face of the earth. Do you ever stop to think of what into making this flag possible?
Additionally, he invented a number of exercise equipment that are now widely used in gyms. At the age of 70, LaLanne was handcuffed and famous for his amazing strength feats, including towing 70 boats with 70 people for 1.5 miles. Arnold Schwarzenegger was among those influenced by his commitment to fitness. LaLanne died of pneumonia-related respiratory failure on January 23, 2011, at the age of 96.